Hi guys, it's me. I didn't know if I was gonna do one of these today or not. It's probably been almost a week since I did one. Um, Today is the anniversary of my mother's death. Um, it's been 26 years since she passed. Um, where it's hard to say. I am I am depressed. But that being said, I'm not depressed. That's been 26 years since she's been gone. I am depressed because I'm looking at all those milestones. Um, Me turning 13, um, me turning 16, 18, getting my driver's license, having my first drink, legally being allowed to drink, having my first child, having my daughter in the hospital that she worked in, knowing that when I was pregnant, she would have been there. She would have thrown me a baby shower. She would have helped. She would have been there for not only me, but my kids. And now my son is 18. He's a legal adult. He's never met her. These things, they usually don't get to me. They usually don't even really faze me. I kind of just do like I do with everything else. I just say I'm fine and move on. Put a smile on my face. Today is harder. Today makes me realize how deeply I miss Jack's stop. How much I deeply miss that. How much I miss having social contact with people. My husband is wonderful. He's always there for me. He loves me. He tells me every day that he loves me at least 3 times a day. At least. He loves my kids because even though those aren't actually his kids, those are his kids. He has been a great father, a great role model. My son wants to grow up to be like him. My mother never met him. And I know she'd be so happy that I'm with him. I know that she would have thrown me a great wedding. I know she would have walked me down the aisle. It's not a matter of my mother is gone, because when it boils down to it, I never really had a mom. I know I did, because there are memories and bits and pieces that show me that she was there. There's pictures that show me that she was there. But I was so young when she passed that I don't even have a face of her anymore in my memories. I think that what bothers me most is the fact that I've raised these two kids with my husband, but I've raised these two kids and she never got to meet how wonderful and special they are. She never got to see how wonderful and loving and caring my husband is. She never got to know me as a person and see how deeply I love. To see how deeply I loved her. I hear these kids, they gripe about their mothers. And they go, oh, I wish I didn't have to deal with her. And I look at them and there's been times that I've said it. There's been times that I've thought it. You have no idea how lucky you are to have them. Because the person that loved me most died. The person who made sure that I was safe died. It's a reality that I have to live with every day. And it doesn't get any easier. It's just you learn to live with it. Because if you don't learn to live with it, it'll drive you insane. It will make you mean and bitter. And I don't want to be mean and bitter. So I learn to live with it every day. I learn to not think about those things that we should have done together. Because the second that I start thinking about those things, it starts to become real. it starts to impact me. It starts to impact my life. So I learned to live with it a little more each day. And each day that passes, I lose more and more memories. And they're never the bad memories that I lose. Like me not being there, me not being able to say goodbye, me screaming at the top of my lungs because she died in the car at the school. Me thinking that I was such a horrible being because all I wanted to do was go to swim class. Because I didn't want to be around anyone. Because the person that I wanted to be around was no longer living. Having to tell my little sister her not understanding because she was 4. How do you understand at 4 years old that you're never going to see the person who brought you into this world ever again? The person that loved you most. So I try not to think about it. Don't even go to the grave anymore because I try not to think about it. I wish I did go to the grave because she deserved that. She deserved to have her daughter visit her. And I don't. And I don't because I can't. I can't because it makes me depressed. It makes me depressed because I don't have those memories that I want so badly. I don't have those thoughts. She was an amazing person. She truly was. The fact that my family doesn't get to meet her is very, very hard on me. I have one friend in my life who got to meet my mother. one. And I don't know if she even remembers her. I know if my husband were here today, and he probably wanted to be here today, but probably figured that it would be a wiser decision not to be, so I could have my time to be myself. I know if he were here, he'd be comforting me and holding me and hugging me, giving me kisses on the head. But I don't want it. I don't want to have to be comforted. I don't want to have to be held. I don't want to have to think about it. I do, but I don't want to have to. My daughter is up in her room, and she's been there all day. I don't even think that she knows what today is, how significant today is for me. I, I know that I hope she doesn't realize it. I know my son doesn't. I don't tell them that today is her anniversary. I don't tell them because I don't want them to be upset. And if I'm being honest, I don't want to have to comfort them if they're upset. Because I can barely comfort myself. Days like today are very, very hard for me. And it's not just because today is today. It's because today and yesterday was really, really bad. But those are the days that my depression gets bad. It gets bad because I have a harder time masking it. I have a harder time covering it up. I have a harder time being able to be normal. And this year has been particularly bad because I have been inside pretty much every day this month because we have to social distance because of this whole thing going on. In the past, I have been able to forget that today is that day. There's been a lot of times that I remember the very next day. It makes me feel guilty. But I remember because it it's kind of like an alarm clock that goes off in your head. Goes ding, you have to be awake. I'm usually working, but because I'm not working because of this whole thing, my brain decided it was going to go ding. It's time to wake up. It's time for you to have to think about all of this all over again. And I've tried staying busy. I've tried. I just can't. I'm physically not able to. It's hard. Sorry. Jax is looking out the window and he's shivering because I didn't put his coat on him. He's looking out the window because my father-in-law just got home. It is really, really rough. But I'll get through it. I will muscle through it somehow, some way. I might sleep a lot today. No, sorry. I've been waking up early. And I know today I didn't. I didn't today because my brain just knew. But even though I slept in, I didn't go sleep till 4 o'clock in the morning because my brain kept on thinking. I want everyone to know that even with me having to go through all of this, I am here if you ever need help. If you ever need a person, if you need a shoulder to cry on, if you need to yell, scream, whatever, I want you to know that you have somebody. Because not having anybody sucks. So I'm going 10 today. And I'm going to say, for any of you that need help, please reach out. I am just a few buttons away. And I say this because I know it gets hard. I'm putting all of this out there because I know it gets hard. I am being completely raw, completely real. I'm not filming in some studio. I'm literally sitting at my husband's computer desk with my phone doing this. I am as real as it gets. So when I tell you if you need help, I am here. I mean it. So for all of you out there who have a bad day, who have a day like today, I hope it gets better. I hope you make it through. And if you feel like you can't, let me know and I'll be here for you. Bye, guys.